jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
The first in the building. Samar Warren on deck. Peace and blessings, beloved. Salute WCS. Certified stamp. The like button. You already know what it is, man. The hottest chat in the game is on deck. Once again, the hottest chat in the game is in the building. Switch It Sports. Salute WCS. Checking in. Terrence showed out this evening. Man, if you don't know, now you know. What? If you don't know, now you know. Haynes Legacy is in the building, man. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Big Blunts and Boxing, the GOAT, is in the building. What's good with the guys, OG? That man Crawford looking dangerous. He conditioned. What? We're going to talk about it, man. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that workout. Come on, man. We have to let them and continue to remind the public on what we just witnessed. They're going to say some stuff like, it was just an open workout. No. That wasn't just no open workout. That's one of the best open workouts I've seen in a while. When you're talking about a fighter putting in the time, dog, the time, the repetitions. God dang, you seeing the man 8-pack through his dang, his white tee, man. He ready. The man looking unstoppable. The man looking unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Somebody in trouble. I say one more again, somebody is in trouble. Real talk. Haynes Legacy, bro, I'm running out of the grease. You cooking way too much. Fuck it. I'll go to the store and grab the bigger bottle of grease. And damn, Scotty, I'm about the whole fish fest on me. Hey, man, no doubt, man. We're gonna goddamn enjoy the festivities, bro. We're gonna enjoy the festivities, man. We just at 10 days. We about to be in 9 in a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? It's ticking. It's ticking. Hey, and what's it? It's talking. It's ticking and it's talking. You know what I'm saying? You know, as we get closer to this fish fry, man, it's ticking and it's talking, man. Put some pressure on that like button coming in. Yes, sir. Show some love to the like button, man. You know what it is. Show some love to the like button. Show some love to the like button. Boxing fan talk in the building. What's good with it? On deck. What's new? Because Errol getting cooked is on the menu. Dang, people just coming in here crazy. How many of y'all in my chat right now that used to be over there talking about man down? You saw that workout. You say, man, I got to go pay WCS a visit, man. The hottest chat in the game. I got to go see what them brothers talking about over there, because tomorrow I just don't see the same energy and the same hunger being displayed. Man, come on. He went through every one of his trainers. He went to every one of his trainers, man. From Red to Esau to Bomac. And he went through every last one of them and did an open workout. Not to mention The man was jump roping. You know what I'm saying? He was getting warmed up. He was doing everything you're supposed to do. And the entire time, this man's mouth is closed. He's got there in the workout. He's having fun. You know what I'm saying? He broke a sweat. I mean, he really put down a gauntlet. He laid down the gauntlet for that dude over in Texas. He laid down a gauntlet, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The repetitions that he was putting in on the bag, man. Come on, stop it. Stop it. I know a lot of you niggas got tired just watching it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got tired watching it. You start to get out your chair. Okay. Oh my God. Oh shit. Okay. Let me goddamn put my hands up. Let me put my hands up. Okay. He's throwing this. What? Let me see. He's throwing 10, 15. Let me see. No, he's doing that on the clock. Shit. You trying to tell me I got to do a full minute of punching the bag over and over again? I'm gonna go fix me a PB&J. Fuck that. I'm gonna leave that to the professionals. Y'all niggas got tired watching that shit. Feliciano on deck. What's good, man? Salute to you. I don't know if you reaching out and it's a lost cause. It's like, you know, we don't deal with dial-up services over here, Feliciano. We deal with Wi-Fi. We deal with wireless. You know what I'm saying? So it can go out further. That's what we deal with over here. We're not talking about a landline local area network. We deal with WANs, wide area networks. You know what I'm saying? Our signal goes further out to all the Bud Crawford supporters. Okay? Just a PSA. Just a PSA, my guy. That's all we doing. You know what I'm saying? Bud wasn't even breathing hard or nothing. Dude ain't stopped moving at all. You know what I'm saying, Blunts? What the hell that was going on? The man just looked unstoppable. Come on, man. Come on, man. What you think we just seen? Huh? The man looked unbeatable. He wasn't even breathing hard, wasn't he? Look, he was sweating, mouth closed, breathing, putting that air in those lungs. He's showing people, break what? You gonna break what? Did you put too much on yourself? You said 3 words: mental, physical, and spiritually. Do you know they all have different layers to them? You know what I'm saying? When it boils down to it, they have different layers that you have to deal with. So all of them in your mind, you believe they all going to fragment the same. They're not, bro. They're not. And the way he looked on this dang open workout, man, I don't even think you're going to get to any one of them. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the opportunity to experience, right? Experience all of them. But as far as you breaking them, as far as these aerosexuals talking about, well, you know, you put on all that muscle, he's still going to take your eye. Y'all cartoon characters continue to think that, okay? Continue to believe that it's going to be some type of animated series going on where some weird shit going to happen where he's going to swell up Crawford's eye because Crawford's not doing what he's used to doing. You know what I'm saying? He all of a sudden forgot how to box. He forgot how to use his defense. He forgot how to create that distance. He forgot how to have space etiquette. He forgot the counter. He forgot how to land them counter shots. Man, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble, dog. They in trouble. They in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all in trouble. Y'all know y'all in trouble, man. Spence was sitting there looking, him and DJ, and after it was all over, they looked at each other and said, God damn it, I'm glad one of us is fighting and not me, God damn it. And that was some savage shit that DJ did too. You know what I'm saying? He looked at Arrow and said, I'm glad it's you and not me, shawty. Real talk, man. It come a time in your life that you have to walk this walk by yourself. I can only take you so far. But now you're gonna have to walk in that ring by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when it's time, you know, get the referee's instructions. You on your own, buddy. I don't know if it's any instructions I can give you. That dude looked in shape, dude. And you know what? I was feeling some type of way last night what WCS said about me. But goddamn it, looking at this open workout, I believe he's absolutely telling the truth. Real talk. And you know, after the fight, I'm gonna shoot him a DM. I'm say, you know what? You was right on some shit, man. I like how you was observing the situation. I didn't have a plan. I just didn't have a plan. You was spot on with that. I didn't have a plan. And that open workout further confirmed to me that yeah, like you said, I just had a bunch of athletic fighters that was able to get me to the award ceremony and get me coach of the year. But when it came down to, you taking the easy route, when Spence taking the easy route, I'm gonna tell you, Scotty, I didn't tell him to take the easy route, but I'm his trainer. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? This is the nigga that didn't talk to me for 2 years. So I didn't want him being mad at me. I didn't want it. I didn't want him to take the easy route. If it was up to me, I wanted him to fight Crawford early on because Crawford was still getting acclimated to the division. But he chose, he was dead set on going the easy route. And now I don't know what to do for him. Dude's on a whole nother level. Shit, do your thing. It's all good. The Crawford look gassed at the heavy bag. You putting question marks at the end, let me know that you need to find the answer. You need to find the answer. That's what you need to do. Find the answer. And furthermore, let me ask the question. I know there's a lot of names that I see in the chat that are frequent, loyal Crawford supporters. But I'm just not sure why some strays are continuing to be over. Like, I don't know. Are you lost? Do you need a chaperone back to? Is it not any Spence channels that is talking the talk that you want to hear? You know what I'm saying? Because the closer we get to the fight, I already said that the new memberships was closed down. We shut that down. We don't need any other infiltrators, so to speak. We've seen that play out in the last couple of days. We have individuals pretending to be fans, you know what I'm saying? And then they are plotting, you know what I'm saying, for your downfall. So therefore, I just want to make sure if you are stray in the chat, make sure you have permission slips. We will have what is called the wrench supervisors, you know what I'm saying? The chat goons, they will be checking for paperwork. That's what we do over here. So if you are over here a little bit too long, they're going to ask you, say, okay, have you lost your direction? Is there not any Spence channels that is talking the talk that you want to hear? I'm just being honest. I'm just being hospitality. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to feel like, you know what I'm saying, that you in any type of danger over here. I gave you the warning. Put some pressure on that like button. Don Vaughn is in the building. What it do, Don? Appreciate you pulling up, brother. Carlos Rosado on deck in the building. Let's get it. Joseph Bailey on deck in the building. Salute WCS in the chat. Bud workout was dope. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The man was in shape and ready and willing next week to go in here and beat this guy up. He's ready to beat this guy up. You know what I'm saying? No filling out process. No filling out process. He's ready to beat him up. You know what I'm saying? That's all it needs to be said. I'll say, somebody tell me, what did I see? What did I see standing in front of me? Somebody tell me, what did I see? What did I see standing in front of me? What the hell did I see in front of me? Is this the guy that they was up here talking about? He's too small. Is this the fighter that they've been talking about that he's negotiating in bad faith? Is this the fighter? Look, is this the fighter who didn't deserve what he was asking for? Is this the fighter that was told to be the challenger, learn how to be the challenger, learn how to take a back seat, learn how to shut up? You know what I'm saying? And is this the fighter that was told to take less money? Huh? Was this the fighter who they have put in a position and ridiculed and criticized and insulted this man as being a slave over there at Top Rank? Did they accuse him of being a part of a plantation? Is this the fighter, y'all, that they say that was undeveloped because his competition did not allow him to grow? His competition did not allow him to become a better fighter because he fought lower tier competition. Is this the fighter that we saw today? Listen, is this the fighter that we seen though? Is this the fighter that is somehow the B side? I need some guidance here. Is this the fighter that they say is the B side, but yet the same fighter was saying give him what he needs, give him the concessions that he need? Something ain't adding up when it comes to the business side of it. And we have determined that the matchmakers themselves, the ones who did a phenomenal job with fooling the people, was absolutely PBC. They fooled the people because every time this dude stepped up to fight a so-called big opponent, they already knew what it was to lose. What did Bud Crawford say? They already knew what it was like to lose because the person before him had already took something from him. So they was already used to losing. They was already conditioned to lose. Is this the guy they talking about though? Is this the guy who's coming in as the favorite, but yet his opponent is saying the reason why they doing that is because, you know, he has some situations outside the ring? Can y'all help me understand how that works? Is this the guy they're talking about? Like they say all these big time champions don't come out of Omaha, but in this scenario right here, with 10 days remaining, y'all, 10 freaking days remaining, based off what you've seen, do you believe that they had to get some ice for Errol Spence? You know what I'm saying? Because he was looking at this and his shit started to swell up. You know, I'm talking about the eye that start, you know, the eye, the fragile eye, the soft cotton ball eye. You know what I'm saying? That eye that they put electric tape behind there and Gorilla Glue to help that shit stay in there so he can finish sparring. Do you think he had to get some ice to put on that eye? Looking at the work that Crawford was putting in doing this open workout. Do you think so? I think it did. I think his eyes are somewhat like Kevin Kelly eyes used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Kelly eyes is the punch just whipped across and didn't even touch him. His eyes started to swell. I'm thinking the little soft eye that Spence got. You know what I'm saying? The eye of the kitten. You know, he need to get that tattoo. He need to get a cat, the eye of the kitten. You know what I'm saying? Forget going with the song, the eye of the tiger. No, get the eye of the kitten. Because he has that little soft eye over there to be meow and be up there, you know, purring and shit. They got to take that eye very, very careful. They got to make sure that eye is well preserved because you got that soft eye. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it started to swell when they was looking at how much Crawford was hitting that bag? Do you think his eye started to swell? Do you think they had to go down to the ER to make sure everything was cool? Seriously. Do you think that might be a problem with him hitting replay late on the night? Because he got his open workout tonight. I mean tomorrow. It's his open workout tomorrow. So that's going to be interesting to see how many repetitions that he put in, because you know he's going through a fat camp. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the picture. He's still losing weight. So a fighter that looks like he's on weight already, like he looks like he's at 150, 149. You know what I'm saying? Dude, abs was showing through. You know what I'm saying? He put in that work to let the fans know by the pay-per-view, I'm going to beat this dude ass. For real. I'm going to send him back to the ranch so he can get some of that equine therapy. You know, horse is good for equine therapy. A horse can sense when they have a broken human coming up to them. They can sense it, man. And I think his horses know by now what's about to happen. For real. You think horses don't pay attention to this shit too? Man, they be looking in through the window. I already told y'all that shit before. Horses be walking up to his window And they be looking at ESPN, they be looking at all the promos and shit. Them motherfuckers be talking to them. You know, if Mr. Ed can talk, his horses probably can talk too. They just don't do it in front of him. Hey, Ed, I don't know, Ed. It seems like he's going. You think we're going to have a home after this? Yeah, he'll be all right. He need to come to us for therapy. Hey, we're okay. We're okay. Don't get so into it, Eddie. All right, I'm just saying, I'm very comfortable here. The food is good. Have a lot of space to roam around. That guy he's fighting. What's his name? What's his name? You know his name? I know he's not here in Texas. No, I don't know his name, but I'm pretty sure Arrow's gonna know his name after next week. But hey, man, I'm not gonna sneak dissing behind his back. My fault. I'm sneak dissing. My fault. I didn't mean that. Don't tell him. Okay. Don't tell him. I don't want him goddamn putting me down in the pasture. Okay. But he's in for an ass whipping. Okay. It's up to us to nurse him back to health. Okay. That's what equine therapy is about. All right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. We'll just wait. I see what you're saying. I won't tell him, but you need to stop. Don't stop sneak dissing him. Okay. He has a lot to be, concerned about. And he has the open workout tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to support him as much as possible. You want to go back out to the pasture? You want to go play with the wild boars and pigs, chickens? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go, man. Stop looking at this television. We got to be prepared to nurse him back to health. He's going to be in serious trouble come next week. WCS salute. I'm having a fish fry before the fish fry, then after another fish fry. Man, goddamn, cook, eat, make sure your bellies are full. We're going to have to need all that, all of it. That workout got him spooked. That dog's starting to show up. Bud was trying to keep it cordial, but he can't help it. Hey, Juice, what he tell me? Y'all keep asking me the same questions. I'm tired of that shit. I ain't trying to answer those same questions. You know what I'm saying? He said, y'all keep asking me the same questions, man. Ask me something different. Shit, I'm not. Look. I just finished a damn tough ass workout. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, people know this what I do. I just didn't start doing this today. This is what I do. Period. This is what I do. They acting like he just started, having this type of work ethic. No, he's had this work ethic. That's why people picking him to be the favorite, bro. He's had this type of work ethic. This ain't nothing new. It's just new to the fans that's switching up. We see you. We see you. The disloyal bitches that's switching up. We see you. What's going on, Pablo? On deck? Yes, sir. We see you. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Salute, brother at WCS. Salute, OG. How you feeling? What's good with it? Dan Tan in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do, Dan? Toby Bartley from across the pond. Salute to Global Status in the building. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. You already know the big fish fry. July 29th is on deck. How many people you think is after watching this workout, they just switching up? It's been a lot of people just switching up. You know what I'm saying? They continue like we live around a bunch of visual seekers. They have to see things. Like they don't, when you hear things, people can be extremely biased and humanistically, we easily influence. Manipulation, man. I'm telling you, for some people, especially in the YTC, manipulation is extremely saturated. Like they soak up all that manipulation, man. It's easy. How many people do you think, how many fans of his supposedly that frequent these YTC alleyways seen the open workout and said, oh shit, that nigga in trouble? You know what I'm saying? God damn, Crawford looked he looked composed, he looked ready, he looked locked the fuck in, dialed, you know what I'm saying? Dialed all the way in. He looked ready, dog. He looked ready. I am extremely curious to see what tomorrow's workout is going to be. I don't care. I really don't care. But, you know, for content purposes, I would definitely be doing another reaction video to Errol Spence open workout. Yes, indeed. I would definitely be reaching out to the people to let them know my take on it. But the one that we're speaking about today is the one that is considered the most important. Reason being is it shows that all the talk that's been on these interviews and shit like that, you're talking about completing a miracle. A miracle. You're trying to pull off a miracle. The will of Terrence Crawford, just in the workout alone, it's going to be damn near impossible for Spence to go in there and believe that he's just going to have access to land those punches on Crawford, who has better defense than Errol Spence. You think you're just going to be able to go in there and land these shots that you dream about? These shots that you couldn't land on McAlooey, the sparring partner who goddamn dislodged your eyeball, had your iris, cornea, and all that shit motherfucking dancing on the canvas. He's infatuated with eyes, putting eyes on his mouthpiece because he lost his fucking eye. All eyes have it. We all good. All eyes have it. All in favor. Yeah. Nigga put an eye on his mouthpiece. I get it. I get it because he's been in that situation. He had to walk around here with a patch on his eye. You know what I'm saying? So he felt some type of way coming back to the fight with Ugas. He wanted to take it out on Ugas' eye, and Ugas stopped fighting. We all know that. Ugas stopped fighting because he received the orders. You know what I'm saying? He chose to get beat up and goddamn, you know, give up the WBA belt because they had the undisputed on the horizon, and he wasn't a part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? They didn't care about Ugas Pacquiao. You know, whoever would have won that fight would have won that fight. But at the end of the day, he was not going to be the fighter that's going in there to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. It would have been too easy. It would have been too easy. Crawford would have been like, man, this ain't fair, dog. Look, you heard what Crawford said, right? When Spence was coming back from the car accident. You know how polite he was? He said, listen, if I'm going to build my legacy and continue to solidify my greatness, I can't fight this guy coming off an accident. I will have him in the hospital. I'll put him in the hospital. I don't want to fight him coming off the accident because they're not going to give me credit. And he's absolutely right. They would not have gave him credit. They would have came up with all the excuses that he saw the right time to fight him coming off an accident. Now, imagine this, right? How much criticism they give this man for walking away from negotiations and going to BOK Prime. But they don't give him credit for not stepping in there to a fragile Errol Spence coming off the accident. Terrence Crawford gave this man a PASS so he can take a tune-up in Danny Garcia. He say, I'm not going to fight you coming off an accident. I don't want to sit up here and listen to these people bitch and complain on how dirty I did you. Go ahead and fight somebody else, and I'll catch you further up the line. They didn't even appreciate the kindness that Terrence Crawford did. So now, when he comes back around, and these are the kind of individuals always talking about how good boxing is a business and fighters. Hey, man, we want them to establish a union, and it's all about the business of boxing, the business, except if you're named Terrence Crawford. If you're Terrence Crawford, learn how to be the challenger and take less money, okay? Learn how to be the slave that we speak to you as, that we speak about you as being. Learn how to be that. Business don't pertain to Terrence Crawford. The creators, you know, when you hear the creators talk, any other boxer, you can listen to it right now. These niggas up here, look, they are arguing arguing and fussing and bitching about a so-called contract that was sent to another fighter for 25%. And they're up here mad about certain fighters that didn't take this and didn't take that. And they want fighters to take small amount of money that has multiple division championships. And I'm saying to myself, wow. Every time one of these arguments is active, it seems like it's two black fighters involved. And we have a black group of content creators that's always telling one black fighter, just take it, deal with it. If it means you're undervaluing what you've worked so hard for in boxing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter. It's amazing how you have these individuals that's not a CFO for anybody, even the fake ones that think they have freaking attorney license, inactive attorney license, unemployed. They're gonna come over here and think their expertise means something, but it don't, because nobody's giving y'all niggas contracts to say, you know what, can you do me a favor? I just want you to look over this top to bottom, and I want you to return back to us, because I know once it comes back from you, you're going to help us make the right decision. Okay. But when it comes to Crawford, though, right? They was mad that the man was handling his business. What did Errol Spence say again? Top Rank gave him control. Ooh. When they heard Spence say that, I swear to God, you seen these dudes, goddamn. Most of the time they put on their helmet, right? Because that's what they used to when they was going through elementary. They had to ride the dang bus with the helmet on. But hearing what they heard from Errol Spence about Top Rank giving Bud Crawford control, and how you had the pundits out here talking about this man is doing bad business, negotiating in bad faith, but yet and still they idol their God, was on record as saying he gave him his concessions. He gave him more than the bet was to make the fight. He's trying to take responsibility for the fight happening, but yet I have nothing but crickets. I hear nothing but crickets. You feel me? You feel me? I don't hear what I think I was supposed to hear. You know what I'm saying? You hear them crickets chirping all day long. And then when you walk up on them, they shut the fuck up. I'm hearing crickets on information that makes sense. All this time, they saying Crawford resume to what he didn't deserve and rate in the sport of boxing has been flushed down the toilet. Several times, y'all. Several times over. Errol Spence's own record is saying he gave this man concessions. A man that supposedly haven't fought anybody, but he has power. He's a multi-division champion, so his resume has power. It has value to it. And Errol Spence had no other recourse except to acknowledge it. So that's why he's up here trying to take accountability. He's trying to take credit for making this fight happen when he didn't have no choice. He said he had to put egos aside. Yeah, primarily his, starting with his own, because he wasn't going to be able to go in here and lowball a guy like Bud Crawford, who brought excitement into his life as a boxer. Yeah, y'all know that. All these little savory type compliments that he was giving Bud Crawford, he's slowly but surely chipping away at his ego. Slowly but surely, y'all. He's chipping away at his ego. It's tough because them 10 days are tick and they talking. It's very difficult for this nigga to chip away at his ego and give Crawford his just due. You got to pay attention. He's chipping away at it now. He said this man brought excitement back into his boxing life. That's his dance partner. What did I say before all that? I said he should thank Bud Crawford for coming in the welterweight division when he did, because now you actually have a name that has become your rival. You have actually built up a backstory and enough momentum for people to tune in next week to come see y'all fight. You should thank that man for that. It didn't happen with Keith Thurman. When you was crawling behind Keith Thurman and the heel, his goddamn heels of his shoe kept popping you in the forehead, you know, I mean, you had to stand up because Keith was like, hey, I didn't tell him to get down there and follow me around. I told him I wasn't fighting him. But when Crawford came to the division, he was all about the smoke. He said, cool. You told him to get a strap. He got a strap, and then he started putting fighters to sleep. People had to go in the ring and goddamn stop the fight. You know what I'm saying? You say get a strap, and he gave him a nap. So he did what he's supposed to do. Shout out Mr. Golden on deck, man. What it do, OG? How you feeling today, bro? You know, it's more than a fight when arguments about it are so passionate they create fights. Man, talk your shit, Bruce. Hey, all they have to do is treat it like it's passion. I talk about it with a passion. You know what I'm saying, OG? I talk about it with a passion. But just because my passion has rubbed somebody else's passion the wrong way, you know, I mean, everybody has this inner self, man. And some people are absolutely genuine in their inner being, and some are absolutely nefarious. You know what I'm saying? You have some sinister individuals that put on a great facade. You know what I'm saying? Their costume, they look like they're this person, and they have the character. They talk like, you know, yeah, I love boxing. If you love boxing, you have to love the boxer, bro. What is this? I love the sport without the fighter. You have to have some type of love for the fighters. That's why you have people like Bruce who's dealing with the older fighters, you know, who will go out here and see the older fighters, because he understands they have been through hell and back. And right now, it's pretty much like they left out in the cold by themselves. And the same people that was cheering them on is not the same people that's helping them out. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that easy just to say, oh, well, they should have figured it out. That's not the case. You know, some of these fighters just don't have the outlet. They don't have the resources. You know, they damaged, you know, they consider damaged goods and all that. But how can you love the sport without loving the competitors that's in the sport? We talk about people being fanboys and fangirls, but if you are advocating or talking shit about another fighter, let's just say Crawford, then therefore you have a reason as to why you're talking shit about him. If you are saying I'm going for Errol Spence, that means you have some type of love for that fighter. There's many definitions that can be attached to love, but you have to have some type of love for it, or else you wouldn't advocate so much for him. You got to have some type of love. You know what I'm saying? Without the fighter, there is no sport. Without the fighter, there isn't a sport, man. What's so difficult for us to understand that? Andrew Charles, I see you on deck, man. What it do? What it do, Andrew? How you feeling, bro? Ball Out Mixtape Fire, salute to you. What's good in the building? Shout out to everyone on deck. They said Bud too slow, has too much muscle, and he's tired. Hey, if he's tired, that must be his alter ego they're looking at. Once again, people are looking too far into it. Now, you got to understand, Ball Out Mixtape, man. It's a lot of people that's walking around here that has multi-personalities. And it's not up to me and you to try to figure out which personality that they actually is talking about, actually talking that they're in, the character, the personality they actually talking when they come to the YTC. It's hard to figure it out. So many niggas change up on this YTC, you don't know which personality is which. And then we don't know all the medical details is going on, the problems that these personalities have. A lot of these niggas hallucinate. They have problems with schizophrenia. I did a live on this before. A lot of these dudes have schizophrenia. They switch in and out of personalities. They stab you in the back for no reason. A lot of these cats' personalities are fragmented, bro. Tormented. You know what I'm saying? They down bad. But the only way that they get to vent and get some relief is coming up here on the YTC. Be careful, man. Be careful, man. Schizophrenia is rapid on the YTC. Be very careful, y'all. Be extremely careful. I'm telling you. Don't get caught up. Be extremely careful. You know what I'm saying? Be extremely careful. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. Bud got a pretty perfect fighting physique and conditioning going on. That's what we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was speaking on, Andrew. Dude in shape. You know what I'm saying? Bud Crawford's in shape, man. Shout out to Team Crawford over there. And we know they're always, people who, like, I always put their kids into it as an example. How they would be mad if somebody was talking about their kid. But these are the same people who always talking about, how another man look. Always talk about how another man look and how big he is. So hey, let's take a look and listen to Bo Mack, the trainer of Terrence Bud Crawford. Let's hear what he had to say at the open workout. I think it's important to note. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to what he got to say.
He turned to Superman. He becomes something different. Huh? He said he one of the friendliest fellas you want to meet outside the ring. Of course. You understand? Come on. Come on. Woo. Pinpoint. Devastating. Huh? My name is Hand Dynamite and Destruction. You can form either one. They interchange. You understand? Like twins. Either one. This one could be Dynamite. This one could be Dynamite. You understand? Destruction. It don't matter either one. Come on. Definitely high. Come on. So what? Let it work, champ. Let it work, champ.
Hold on for a second. Let me get to the interview.
Terrence Bud Crawford, Brian Bomac McIntyre. Bomac, thanks so much for joining us. You and Terrence have been on this journey since the beginning. What does Saturday, July 29th mean to all of you?
It means a lot. It means a lot to us. A few things come to mind is shut the haters up, shut the non-believers up.
Shut them up.
And then just putting the icing on the cake for just one hell of a career. To get to this point that where we at now, got to give a lot of people credit. The other trainers, past promoters, because without them and the hard work that Terrence put in, we wouldn't be here right now.
The vibe I'm getting by watching Terrence work out is that of Clubber Lang prior to fighting Rocky back prior to their first matchup. I get the sense of ferocity, the sense of focus, and Terrence and the entire team. Steve Nelson is fighting the other card. You guys are all dialed in.
Well, you got to be dialed in when you're fighting a guy like Errol Spence and you're going up against Derek James. And then plus, this is our first time fighting on PBC, so you know, we don't know how it's going to go. But we just want to keep the decision in our hands. By going in there, focused, like you said, being ready and putting on a dominating performance.
Is this the most focused that you've ever seen Terrence Crawford, or is this just another day at the office for him?
Well, I ain't gonna say it's another day at the office. I will just say that this is something that we live, eat, sleep, think. You know what I'm saying? To get to this point, we've been pound for pound undisputed before, so we know what it takes. So we right back at it.
What are you expecting out of Errol Spence on July 29th?
Me personally, I'm just looking at. First, I pray to God that the best Errol Spence come. Because
yes, sir,
there's more and better Terrence Crawford to be seen.
How great of a fight is this for boxing?
This is one of the best fights being made in the last century. For both guys to be undefeated, for Terrence to accomplish what he has accomplished. A side, but so I mean, and the favors is kind of getting a little further now, but it means a lot, man. It means a lot. I'm expecting for a great fireworks fight.
You're going to be matching wits. Not only do we have Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford in the ring, outside the ring, from a strategy standpoint, be going up against the 2022 Trainer of the Year in Derek James. How much does that motivate you? Because you literally have to go and match game plans against Derek James. I'm sure that gets you amped up and excited as well.
Man, to go up against a guy like Derek James, being on the Trainer of the Year, the BWAA Trainer of the Year, hey man, you know what? I'm honored. I'm honored to be across the ring from him. He's accomplished a lot in boxing, undisputed champions. Only thing that he really got over me is that BWAA. I done had undisputed champions. I done had world champions before. Got brought guys in that made them champions. Listen, it's an honor. It's an honor to try to, take that throne away from me.
Finally, what can fans expect on Saturday, July 29th, when your man, Terrence Crawford, steps inside the ring and goes head-to-head against Errol Spence Jr. on Showtime pay-per-view?
Well, I'll tell you, don't miss the pay-per-view. Don't miss that because it will be fireworks. It will be fireworks. You'll see one of the best performances ever out of Terrence Crawford as long as Errol Spence shows up.
Have we seen the best of Terrence Crawford yet?
No.
Will we see that on July 29th?
Just make sure Errol bring his A game.
You heard it here. Brian Bomack McIntyre joining us back to Terrence Crawford's workout here in Las Vegas.
Outstanding, superb interview. And shout out to Brian Bomack, one of the top boxing trainers in the sport. Yes, sir. You heard it here exclusively from the open workout earlier in the heart of Vegas, where we will absolutely get to witness history. Yes, we will. Yes. It may not be on the side of some of the people that frequent, the waterways and on their flotation devices and, consider themselves to be shark guppies. Yeah, it'll be a little bit different current for you. But yes, it'll be in the heart of Vegas where history is about to be made. Shout out to Bomack for making some good points. I thought some of the questions was repetitive. Will we see the best? And will we see the best? We don't know. Just like they asked Crawford, is this the toughest opposition you ever faced? Well, Crawford said, well, I don't know. I don't know, man. He said, I don't know. Shout out to Juice Lee with the $5 super chat in the building. It's going to be a spiritual experience on the 29th. Trials by hot grease. It's about to be cooking. Yes, sir. You're going to be able to smell it. For those of you that grew up like I did, back in the day, you could smell when dinner was being cooked. Like you could actually smell it because most of the kids, we was outside. We was like, damn, I wonder who cooking that up. You know what I'm saying? Some kids already knew because they just didn't have the money to have that type of flavor coming out. But this next week, it's gonna be fish coming from multiple goddamn areas all into one. You know what I'm saying? All into one. People gonna smell different type of fish cooking. They're gonna say, damn, this is what I always dreamed about. Now that my belly's full, I need to go ahead to this fight and see this ass whooping. That's what I need to see. I need to see this ass whooping. Real talk. I want to touch bases and big shout out to Juice Lee for supporting the channel, man. Much appreciated. One love, brother. Let me get to the other super chats right quick, man. You gotta show love to the ones who support with the super chats. Jamal Neezy with the $2 super chat in the building. EJ likes eyeballs in his mouth. No pause. Damn, man, Neezy just be on some other shit, boy. I swear he is showing no mercy, man. He says no pause. He says no pause, man. Shout out to N and Conquest 2, man. Salute to you with the $2 super chat in the building. I appreciate you. One love, brother. Thanks for the support, man. Real talk. Thanks for the support. Those of you that left those super chats, man. The brother is truly thankful. I want to go back to the XO factory in the building. I want to touch bases. And once again, listen up, man. You'll find out more times than none that some of these cats be just hating. You know, if you was dumb and didn't know shit about boxing, you know what I'm saying? They would kind of accept you because they feel that you need them for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But I find out just because I say I listen to words, like everyone has the option to listen what somebody is saying. You know what I'm saying? You have the option. Pay attention, right? XO mentioned that Errol Spence said that Terrence Crawford was more talented. Okay? And hear me out, y'all, because this is not the first time for me, you know, making a point about something that we heard a boxer say, or we heard someone else say, you know, it's a content creator or anything that's the topic of discussion, right? And he mentioned will the aerosexuals identify or acknowledge that he said that Crawford was more talented. Errol said that Terrence Crawford was more talented than he was. Talented, y'all. He said Crawford was more talented. You know, you heard me earlier how I'm saying he's busy chipping away at the ego. I told you that earlier, right? He's busy chipping away at the ego. He's coming to the realization that this fight is going to be tough for him come next week. But also, I want to let you all know something that you may not know. He said behind that, he say, but I got better skills. First, his first compliment was Terrence Crawford is more talented, but I got better skills, right? But what Errol doesn't know is that talent and skills are synonyms. Talent and skills are synonyms. Now, I mean, come on now. Don't say I'm being petty. But you gave the compliment to Crawford first, so he get full credibility for that. So being that talent and skills are synonyms, your compliment is voided. Okay, your compliment to yourself is voided there, Errol. And Terrence Crawford get maximum because you acknowledge him first for being more talented than yourself, not knowing that talent and skill are synonyms. They are family. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there to the listeners. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to acknowledge that Errol Spence said that Terrence Crawford definitely is more talented. He acknowledges that heading into his his memorial service. So thanks to XO for putting that out there. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. Shout out to Swat Jones on deck. I see you, man. Bud is there already. Shout out to Shaw News and Sauce Experience, AK Showtime Shaw in the building. What's good, Team Tucker on deck? Bud is there already. Yes, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You heard Bernie the Box in the background. You know what I'm saying? Bud looking shape, tremendous shape, man. You know, he wasn't lying when he was on ESPN First Take. He told y'all he can fight tomorrow. The man is up there putting and giving you a full-blown workout. You know what I'm saying? A full-blown workout. The man is giving you maximum effort in an open workout. You got to salute him for that. Salute. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yes, sir. Big shout out to those who support the channel. Big shout out to the supporters. Thanks for y'all pulling up and rocking out with the channel. Yes, sir. Don say Arrow need a media work extension. Hey, Don, talking about that, right? Didn't he say he was already in Vegas? What is the deal? Him and Derrick James. Hey, Shaw News is the one that kind of put me on to this shit, you know, several months back about you know, Spence and Diddy James not really being on the same sheet of music or working out together all the time. You can see it in they dysfunctional mitt work. You know what I'm saying? But when you watch Crawford, I mean, the mitt work was fluent. Whoever he was doing mitts, whether it was you know, the combination mitts or the power punch, you know, the single punch mitt or whatever the training was, no matter what training it was, all three of them, it was fluent. I remember watching his open workout, Errol Spence open workouts for Ugas, and Derrick James was missing punches, and you know that's why he got punched in the mouth, man, because he ain't never in the gym with them. Sometime he's all around the place, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why he be getting punched in the lip. Like, dude, get your repetitions together. Get fluid with the fighters. You got too much going on, man. You trying to turn Ryan Garcia into this goddamn killer when the biggest fight is not him. I know he got 30 million. Salute to the nigga. He did his thing. Salute. You got knocked out for 30 million. I congratulate you, bro. But the biggest fight right now is next week. For real. For real, Showtime. Them horses know, man. They know when they dealing with somebody that got shit on their mind. Them horses can read you, man. From reading the workout chat, you could have sworn that Spence fans think he's going to be in the ring with Bomac. I know, right, man? They was just hating. And that's what I'm saying. These are the same people that'll be up here swearing on their dead puppies. I swear on my dead motherfucking pit bull, nigga. You bully my daughter again, nigga. You bully my son again, nigga. I swear on my goddamn dead puppy, man. I swear on the ghost of my grandma, nigga. You don't want this on everything. They'll be up at the school yelling and hollering. I'm gonna throw it all away. Your girl up there saying, listen, we got a family to take care of, man. What are you doing? You gonna throw it all away? What about me? No, fuck that, man. Fuck that. It's all or nothing, man. Fuck that. On everything. On God, nigga. On God. And your girl up there trying to talk sense into you. Well, if it's on God, you don't think you should call upon him in this moment? Because we're going to be homeless if you get locked up. Do you understand that, dumb nigga? Oh, my bad. You put it like that. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, another thing I want to tell you, too. When we get home, I don't want you talking shit on YouTube no more, calling motherfuckers fat and talking about doing. Yeah, I saw that shit you was doing in the chat. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. Because you know you're up here for the exact same thing. Niggas be living double lives on this bitch, man. They was up there talking all that shit about Bomac, man, be living double lives, man, knowing damn well if somebody was doing their kid like that, if somebody was doing them like that, the first thing they'll be doing is submitting anonymous submissions, administrative letters. Let me see where that is right there. Enter. Yep. That right there. Okay, I got a red receipt. They seen it. Yeah, they seen it. I just can't wait that they respond. See, they thought they was gonna talk shit about me. These motherfuckers, man, are crazy, bro. Man, I'm talking about they tormented children inside, man. They never quite grew up, bro. See, if you just would have grew up and be yourself and not worry about how other people was, living their lives, you would be a stronger person right now. But a lot of you niggas, man, you grew up trying to beat other people. I can't remember the last time I seen a workout go that long. I'm telling you, bro, I can't remember a proficient. I'm talking about a proficient boxing open workout, man. Like you actually looking at a fighter up close and personal, put work in like he's at the gym. Like he's at the gym, and you can tell Bud just didn't step this shit up right now. Like, no, that's what he goes through. That's the level he's on in the gym. Dude wasn't breathing hard. He didn't take no long breaks. You know what I'm saying? He showboated just a little bit in the ring, having a little bit of light fun, and then he got back to work. It's been a long time since we've seen a workout like that where you pay attention. Let's see if good old Errol Spence is gonna show up, and him and Derrick James is gonna be in unison. I'm gonna have to hit Showtime up and say, Showtime, this is something that you mentioned a while ago. Why didn't you hit them up and tell them to make sure they work on their repetition, man? They up here, goddamn Errol's punching Derrick James in the lip again. The lip, goddamn went down from the last time he popped him in the lip. They need to get their shit together, bro. They got to fight one of the biggest fights of their careers next week. They need to get their mid work together. The line of questioning has been getting real repetitive with Bud. It is, man. That's why Bud said, y'all ask me the same motherfucking question, dog. The same question all the time. Just asking the same shit. I like the fact that when they ask about what EJ said about breaking him, he said straight up, he going to have to show me. July 29th fighting word. He got to show him. Listen, look, this is what I said. This is what I said, Showtime, right? I said, you got to make Crawford stick out his tongue. You know what I'm saying? You got to get him to a point, land a shot to stick out his tongue, man. You gotta land a shot that he said, okay, that's a good shot. You caught me with a good shot, but he stick out his tongue at you, like you used to do as a kid, like kids used to do back in the day. They used to stick their tongue out and tease you, antagonize you and shit. You gotta land a shot on Crawford to make him stick out his tongue, man, at you. That that okay, I landed a good shot. He's acknowledging that I landed a good shot. But I don't know. I think the only tongue that's gonna be out tomorrow is when Crawford started to put that pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Start to put that pressure on him. And that respiratory system start to then reach fumes. You know what I'm saying? The oxygen levels begin to be depleted. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a break and go outside and get some of that photosynthesis. You know what I'm saying? They say the trees give off carbon dioxide, and I tell the ref I'll be back in there in a minute, man. I gotta catch my breath. No, dude, it's on and popping, man. 10 days, bro. 10 days. The fish fry is in the building. Shout out to Thomas Henry on deck. 88. What's good with it? Where are the strays? They quiet. That workout got your diarrhea running. Man, those strays was there, gnawing their fingers, biting their fingernails for real. You know what I'm saying? Just doing crazy shit, man. For real. They was up there with toothpicks, man. They was up there poking toothpicks through their jaws and shit, giving themselves piercings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just torture, self-torture. These niggas was all upset. They're like, damn, damn, this nigga still going. They went and made some brunch and came back. Crawford was still going. He gave you a full-blown quality, productive boxing workout. You can't ask for nothing else, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for anything better than that. I got to keep the entertainment value a little high, man. You know what I'm saying? High enough for people to tune in. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? While the others stay on the outside, it's not up to me to kind of think what they got going on. Aerosexuals, where you all at? All quiet, diarrhea running rapid. That workout got you all shook. I'm telling they nervous, man. They nervous. Real talk. They nervous, man. The sexuals in a bunker getting programmed with lame ass talking points from their deadbeat casual YouTube daddies because the boy's quiet. Well, look at it this way, Juice. I hope that the dudes, because from my understanding, next month is the infamous meetup, right? I hope the dues are paid and everything so they can attend the meeting. If you didn't pay your dues, you won't be able to attend the meeting. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, somebody in the group, a lot of them, they probably turn in their backs. They turn coats. They already done defected. Seriously, it's a lot of defection going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of LDBC members that's defected. They just ain't let the general know yet. They left. They left town. They over here chilling with us. They tuned in right now. Oh, man, it feels so good, man. It feels now I know what Yadinas Ugas and Andy Cruz really felt, man. It feels good, man. Oh, it feels good. We did it, dog. And they got their own little private chat. You know what I'm saying? They act like they was actually a group that went across the water and defected, and now they on U.S. soil. That's how it feels to them crossing over from Team Spence to Team Crawford. I can't make this shit up, dog. Bud is composed, not reacting to what DJ nor EJ giving him backhanded comments and trashing his resume. Well, you heard, look, Karate Body, salute Karate Body in the building. You heard what he said about DJ. He said it's an honor to go in the ring and compete against him. He say, I've had all that, and he's right. Bomac is right, bro. He did it before him. And shout out to the Boxing Writers Association of America. They gave this man the award. Bomac didn't get it for some, because they're looking at two unified champions, but Bomac's been there, done that already. You know what I'm saying? He's been there, done that. But of course, come next week, it's definitely going to be different. He's definitely going to be right there. They got to. They have to acknowledge him. They got to give him the award. But we're going to take a little bit step at a time. We're going to enjoy these moments of history. We're going to enjoy these moments of history together. 10 days. We're going to enjoy this moment of history. We're approaching the final weekend. We're going to enjoy this shit, dog. We're going to make it work. We're going to enjoy it. Real talk. We're gonna march in that motherfucker as a unit and watch this ass whooping. This is an ass whooping that we don't have to worry about jumping in and nothing like that. We can sit on the outside and watch this ass whooping go down. You know what I'm saying? Why eating some crispy? You know what I'm saying? If you are a calamari type of person, to add with your fish and get some nice jumbo shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your seafood dish consists of, just do a multiple dish, but have the primary entree fish, a seafood fish dish. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make it work for you. Spence, on the other hand, would have fought Bud right after the accident, just as he fought Kell Brook right after the Triple G fight. That's a solid point, Dan. You see where the mind was of each fighter, but also you have to dichotomize that into this right here. Terrence Crawford already had a belt. If he would have fought Errol Spence coming off the accident, he already had a belt. So I can see why Errol Spence fought Kell Brook coming off that accident with Triple G, because he wanted that IBF title. That was the beginning of the easy route then. So there was no way he was going to give up that opportunity and have some morals and principles and say, you know what? This dude just came off a beating from Triple G. I'm not going to fight him. I'm just going to wait. I know I'm the mandatory. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to improve their extension. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure he prove it. No, they didn't improve the man extension. So yeah, he wanted to go ahead and fight a broken fight, and he didn't care. He didn't care. He showed his true side, bro. He didn't care. He fought that man coming off an accident, like you said. He didn't give a damn whether that man was broken or not. He didn't give a damn. He better hope his eye hold up. Ray Grant, what's good in the building? I see you. Did y'all ever look at Spence's resume compared to Crawford? Come on now. Come on, man. We got scholars over here, dog. What you mean? What you mean? I mean, come on, man. Come on now. Come on. Why should we do it side by side? We passed that. We passed that, bro. We know that. We know that, Ray. We know that. We know. We don't look. Most of everybody that's in this chat have seen it and heard it all before on the YTC. It's regurgitated information, man. You know what I'm saying? Regurgitated over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Once you chew it up, and if you don't swallow, you take it out your mouth and put it on a plate and just take it home and reheat it. I guarantee you the next time you eat it, that shit gonna taste like ass, because you already done chewed it up several times before. And you said, no, I don't really want to consume all of it. I'm just gonna say this, put it in to-go plate, take that shit home and heat it up again with some fresh, sweet potatoes and asparagus. But the steak I had, that's the shit I was chewing on. I just wanted to see how it tastes. We tasted it before, and that's just regurgitated all over again, man. And now to even talk about side-by-side comparisons, it makes no sense, man. We're ready for the fish fry. That's where our appetite is at right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? True. Real talk. They say then all the bombs y'all say Crawford fought was in the ring with Spence, best opponents, and beat him. Well, it's only really two opponents. And then, Crawford has been on record talking about Sean Porter was the guy. You know what I'm saying? So, we passed the resumes. That's repetitive talk. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really talking about, David Avenesian. We passed that. We about to go into a fish fry in 10 days. We ready for the fish fry now. Y'all gotta get yourselves out of that funk that you in now. You know what I'm saying? You in a funk, man. Come on now. I can't be a counselor for the strays that's talking about let's compare, where he walked away from negotiation with, man, the check is already cleared for BOK Prime. It's already cleared. That money is in his account. It's done. It's over. If you check the box rec right now, it would say that Crawford has 39 victories, right? Soon to be 40 come next week. So there's no need to talk about that. That's over. Shout out Tyrese. I see you. What's good? When I hear people for a fight that's been talked about for 5 years, whatever, how many years, right? And for people to still talk about the old news, we're not talking about just in 2022. We're just talking about shit all the way back 9 years ago about Gamboa. When in fact, only time they want to bring up Gamboa is when he hurt Crawford. But yet, when it's Mikey Garcia, they want to praise Spence for fighting a guy who never had a fight at 147. I get it. It's called biasness. I get it. You don't want to give a man credit for shit. Mikey Garcia was a 126 pounder. He came up 2 weight classes. They want to say, but he fought Sergey Lipinets at 140. Not before he moved up. Not directly prior to him moving up. He had already fought him and dropped back down to 35. That's a fact. Mikey Garcia belts, when he was in Unified, his belts, those were the belts that Lomachenko collected en route to being defeated by Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? You know, Teofimo Lopez was able to, you know, benefit off that too. Y'all stay busy. Yeah, stay busy fight. I can recall somebody said, I can recall, where's that at? Spence finna be hella rusty. He knows he's cashing out. He didn't take a tune-up because he can't do any more 147-pound camps. It's obviously. Drop that shit on him, man. Yes, sir. Key word, as long as Spence shows up. You know what I'm saying? Talk that shit. He can't do 147-pound camps, welterweight camps no more, dog. That's too much. That's why he didn't. He look. He had to take so much time off coming out the Ugas fight. He wasn't mentally prepared to jump back in there to another camp. That's facts, man. All the truth is coming out. All the truth is coming out, man. He wasn't gonna fight in no November. He wanted to spend time with the kids and go to the theme park. I don't blame him. Cherish your family when you got it. Yeah, stay busy fight. I can call somebody said they were fighting with or without him. The truth. Talk to him, man. Isn't that what he said, bro? Isn't what he said? He was gonna fight in November with or without him, right? What happened? Can we get an aerosexual to step up for once and acknowledge the truth? He said, I'm fighting with or without him. What does that mean? Come on, man. We got too many people in the chat. The hottest chat in the game, man. You know, goddamn setting fires. Why can't y'all come over here and pull them out? Why can't y'all come over here and pull them out? I recall somebody saying they didn't want the Spence fight. Listen, you have to understand, if Crawford mentioned he didn't need it for his legacy, if he thought behind the scenes what he was hearing, that other shit was going on, and every time somebody asked him about a Spence fight, he knew the shit wasn't going to happen, why keep talking about it? The most he's ever spoke about it because he knew he had pretty much abridged the gap. They was closer more than ever that this fight was actually going on. When you hear Spence on record being asked about the Bud Crawford fight, he's busy talking about Canelo. You need to get your bullet points in line, bro. He said Canelo would be even nicer. This guy was busy, infatuated, and enamored with Canelo, bro. Man, y'all got to have more than one hitter quitters over here. You know what I'm saying? It's getting old. That shit's getting old, bro. That shit's getting extremely old, man. Y'all just come over here regurgitating the same thing. And look, I'm doing you a favor by even reading your comment, not being a regular over here. You know what I'm saying? Not being a regular. I know some hosts will just overlook your comment and keep it moving. I already got the peanut oil, cornmeal, and seasoning. Damn, you sound like an old school cook right there. You know that crust gonna be real nice on that fish. You talking about cornmeal and seasoning? Shit. What? Man, what you talking about, man? Come back. How you feel about the media questions they asked Bud before the workout began? Can we get the live reaction on those? Let me see, can I find it? Because the one thing about that is, I'm guessing, hold on, I'm guessing they didn't have music playing. Hold on for a second.
Kids were asking you about when you were going to collide against Errol Spence Jr. Now that we're 10 days away from this mega matchup, what does this mean to you?
Well, it means everything. Like I said, this is going to put the cherry on top for my career. And I've been waiting for this moment for a long time now, and it's here now, and I can't wait till Saturday to get it on.
You got here on Sunday. Why did you decide to come to Las Vegas nearly 2 weeks before the fight? Is that something customary, or is it just extra added things that you're trying to do to better equip yourself for this huge fight coming up on July 29?
Just, come get used to the heat, get used to the atmosphere, everything. So come fight night, we be 110% prepared.
My final question before I turn it over to the medium. When you fought Ricky Burns and you had to go over there to capture your first world title, did you ever think that you would be here in Las Vegas headlining a massive pay-per-view, a fight that the world has been clamoring for such a long time?
Not at all. Like I always said before, when I fought Ricky Burns, my only thing was winning a world championship title. That was my dream. That was my goal. And I succeed that one night, and the rest is, extra credit.
All right now I'm going to turn it over to the media for questions. Raise your hand, ask your question, wait for the microphone to come to you, and we will go ahead and ask questions.
Before we get on this Q&A, I was actually going to do the beginning, but shout to Big Blunts for the question. You know what I'm saying? Very conducive question to the live stream. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, man. One of the soldiers. You know what I'm saying? The soldiers to be marching behind the scenes. I appreciate you, brother. Real talk. Good request. Productive to the live. We definitely going to hear the Q&A from the media and everything like that, because we absolutely want to hear what the champ has to say. You know what I'm saying? We absolutely want to hear what the champ has to say in the upcoming fight. You know what I'm saying? So let's get down to the Q&A.
To the reigning WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
Hey, good afternoon, Terrence. Welcome to Las Vegas. How you adjusting to the climate and the elevation up here in the heat?
Oh man, I'm adjusting real good. It's just dry heat. Back in Omaha, it's real humid. So that's one thing that you got to adjust to.
We see some of your workouts online that you're posting, looking pretty grueling going uphill. Legs feel fine. Everything is going to be fine on fight night. Is that what you came out early, like you had just mentioned?
First dumb question of the hour. First dumb question of the hour. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying. Hey, we saw you on All Access running up those steps, and we want to know: is your ACL, MCL, PCL good? Your legs okay? Are you with bandages right now? Like, nigga, you want him to disclose any type of freaking injuries? You want to pretend like, oh my God, let me just let this shit play.
Oh no, I ain't worried about my legs or anything else. I'm 100%, 110% prepared.
Sam Gordon, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Terrence, welcome to Las Vegas. Historically, the welterweight division has been one of the most important in boxing. How do you view the legacy of the division as it pertains to boxing history, and why are fights like this important in moving it forward?
Well, I think the welterweight boxing had a lot of great fights in the past, and this is going to be a great fight next Saturday. And I think there's a bright future for the welterweight division in the near future as well, with a lot of great talent coming up the rankings, a lot of fighters coming from 140 to 147. So I think the welterweight division is still a hotbed.
Cynthia Conte from Best Women's Boxing Show, period. Terrence Crawford, a lot of people have been mentioning this fight is a throwback fight. It could be a Hack Hearns. Do you agree? And if you don't agree, what fight would you compare it to?
Well, I don't compare it to no fight. I compare it to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. because at the end of the day, we the one that's fighting. So I don't like to compare myself to no other fighter.
And in All Access episode, Derek went there and said, well, don't bring your dancing shoes. What did your mom say to that?
Oh, she definitely bringing her thing. That's one thing she definitely gonna do. So we're not worried about what he talking about.
All right.
Brian Salmon, NBC, Las Vegas. You said multiple times that you don't necessarily compare your fight with one of the fights in the past. You're a sports fan, boxing fan like myself. I know I've watched some fights a million times, like say Mayweather Hatton. Is there a fight that you have, not yourself, that's like your all-time favorite? You know, a couple that you love to watch over and over and over again, just because of maybe the technicality of the fight or something like that.
Not at all. Like I stated before, I didn't watch so much boxing and growing up. When I watch boxing now, and I fall asleep. You know, so all the fights that I watched, the old fights, the super old fights, I fall asleep, you know, unless it's live.
And my last follow-up to that, well, not to that question, but a follow-up is, you in this relationship with the UFC and Dana White, is that something that you've already had before, or is that kind of a new thing that yourself and the UFC, you know, the facilities and everything else?
Well, I was working out here prior to going to camp. I did a pre-camp here and build a relationship with everybody here in the facility. And, you know, it's a great facility, so why not utilize it?
Terrence, over to your right. Andre said with the sporting news. My question is, you and Errol both talked about this being a very competitive fight. Would you be disappointed if it was very one-sided on your behalf? Because it seems like you both want this to be a war of some sort.
Not at all. If I go in there and win in the first round, I wouldn't be disappointed because I don't get paid for overtime.
A follow-up is, Errol recently said that he knows how to dig deep, and he said that you're more of glass, that he doesn't think you can take the pressure. What is your response to that?
You're gonna have to show me.
He's gonna have to show him.
Terrence.
Terrence just did a mic drop. You know what I'm saying? He said he's gonna have to show me. He's gonna have to show me. You know how I always talk about, you know, visual thinkers, people that have to see, you know, like I mentioned, how we can, you know, keep our mouths closed and, you know, keep our eyes and mouth closed, and we can still vision something. We can picture it. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat like they say how we see dreams. You know what I'm saying? We can just look at it that way. Or but in this case, Terrence Crawford is not talking about that manner. He's talking about he's gonna have to physically, okay? This is gonna require a lot more action. This is gonna require both fighters having their eyes open, and Errol Spence have to show this man, you know what I'm saying, through physical execution that he can break him. He's gonna have to apply all those damn words he was talking, all the trash talking, you know, all the shit that's sounding good at the press conference to try to get people riled up and laughing and all that shit. You're going to have to show a man that has never been in that situation. You know, you got to show a person that just don't go around thinking about it. He don't think about situations like that he can't push through. Like you're talking about adversity that you get credit for. He don't think you better than him.
Don Zattel, FightHype.com. Terrence, you know, Errol is considered the A side coming into this fight, makes a lot of money and whatnot. There's even some speculation he wins this fight with you, he could make a big fight with Canelo Alvarez. Does any part of you take that into consideration and think, I can't win this fight 115, 113, 7-5? Do you think it all knockout or not just 7-5? I got to make it real decisive because of everything I just mentioned.
Just win the fight. Listen, man, we both prize fighters. We both make a lot of money in the ring. We're going to make a lot of money come next Saturday. And I don't worry about what he has planned after me or any of that. I don't worry about going in there and knocking him out. I just worry about going in there and getting a victory. And that's what I'm going to do next Saturday.
Hi, Terrence, right here. First, I have a message from Chris Cyborg who says good luck. Secondly, you already touched a little bit about training here at Apex. I know you've mentioned in the past wanting to potentially do an MMA fight. Does that give you a little bit of extra itch now that you see all these other MMA fighters training around you?
Second dumb question of the evening. This man has a boxing fight going on next week. Why would he be thinking about MMA? I mean, shout out to Chris Cyborg, the legend. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of my favorite female fighters of all time, both kickboxing and freaking MMA. But this question is non-pertaining.
No, not at all. You know, like I said before, I used to wrestle a little bit, but UFC and MMA have never been something that I was planning to do or was training to do.
Next.
Hey, Terence. Alan Dawson over here. You were mentioning that you just used to wrestle. I know you like basketball as well. Do you think you could beat Errol Spence at any sport, not just boxing?
Of course. I think I could beat anybody at any sport. That's just my
Third dumb question of the evening.
nature of things. Like I said, I play sports to win. So if I'm going to challenge you or you challenge me, of course I'm going to play to win, and I'm going to believe wholeheartedly that I'm going to win. And that's anybody. You can beat Michael Jordan, and we play one-on-one. I'm going to still believe that I have the ability to beat you.
Is there anyone, you know, we're at the Apex right now, and you've been around the UFC. Is there anyone in the UFC that you like watching, whether they're a wrestler or a striker?
A lot of them. You know, Aljo, we just, you know, was playing around, joking about basketball and stuff like that. And he just won his last fight. There's a lot of UFC fighters that come through and they work and we just chat here and there. But, you know, when I watch them, you know, I watch them.
And last one from me. It's a really big fight week in general next week. I've got Inoue and Fulton as well. Who have you got in that fight?
Oh, man, I'm leaning towards Fulton. I hope he bring it back to the United States. I hope he go out there and do good, and I wish him well.
How have you got it in that fight? Do you think you can finish him, or do you think it'd be like competitive decision and he gets the W on the scorecards?
Well, I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough fight for both fellas, and the better man is going to win that day. I just think Fulton is the bigger, stronger guy that not only bigger and stronger, but he has skills too. You know, it's one thing a lot of people say, oh, well, this guy is big, this guy is strong, but skills pay the bills, and Floyd proven that. And Fulton got the skills to back up his size as well.
Thanks, bud.
Terrence, right over here. Good to see you, Marcos Villegas, Fight Up TV. What do you feel is one thing that they may be underestimating about you and the game that you bring in this fight?
A little bit of everything. You know, like one of the reporters just said, you know, I'm glass. Like, okay, he's gonna break me. He's gonna bulldoze me. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. Okay, well, he's gonna have to show me, because you know all that is just like fueling the fire to the fire that's already burning. All the things that people saying, all the things that he's been saying, he's gonna have to prove that come fight night, and then that's when all the answers is gonna be answered.
If you had a choice, say whatever happens, and they give you a choice like, hey, you can either have the rematch at 47 or at 154, would you lean one towards the other?
I don't know. You know, we have to see what he's gonna decide, because like I stated before, I'm winning this fight. So I'm not thinking about, you know, what's gonna happen with the rematch. I'm winning.
He repeats again. He refreshed the memories of the non-listeners. He say, I'm not worried about enacting a rematch clause. I'm winning the fight. He has said this on several occasions. You know what I'm saying? It has become a reoccurring theme. He said it on several occasions. That's why he said what he said about y'all asking me the same questions. Like, dude, y'all keep asking me about a rematch clause. Now, I don't mind the 154, 147, you know, but when it comes down to the fight itself, a lot of people would like to see it at 147 because it deals with the undisputed titles. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I mean, it's hard for people to keep focus on, once again, Crawford's been here, done that. He wins the titles. I'm thinking the way that he gets out of that contract, or I don't know how it's all tied down. Could he vacate the titles and move up to 154 and he don't have to worry about that? Or does he owe? I'm thinking, truth be told, the way they said that the loser has the option to enact within a 30-day period, enact the rematch clause. So therefore, the winner will absolutely have the right to vacate the titles if they choose to or not. Because why provide a freaking option within 30 days to enact a rematch clause? So I'm thinking the winner won't be able to vacate the titles unless that loser, you know what I'm saying, is pretty much saying, no, I'm not enacting the rematch clause, I'm moving on. So I'm pretty sure it's a period that they have in order to respond if they're going to enact that rematch clause or not. I don't think Crawford can just get up out of there. I'm pretty sure contractually the winner has to say, okay, I need to provide this person with a opportunity to fight for the titles again. Because in that case, I'm just thinking Crawford would vacate like he did at 140, move up there and try to fight 154 for those titles. So that's a pretty interesting scenario or dilemma when it comes down to it.
In this first fight, then he's going to have to decide what he's going to do.
Since we are in the UFC Apex, hey, how you doing, Terrence? Got to ask you this question. We're going to have an MMA champion against a boxing champion, Francis Ngannou against Tyson Fury. What shot do you give Francis Ngannou in getting the upset and beating Tyson Fury?
0.
And that was a solid question. I met this guy before. You know what I'm saying? I met him. He's a cool cat, man. And that was a solid question because, you know, Francis Ngannou, former UFC heavyweight champion who vacated his title because he wanted more money elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? They was offering him more money he ever would have gotten in the UFC, but he wanted more money as far as generational wealth outside of the UFC. So he left. Now, a fight that I thought that another fighter would have before now is going to be Francis Ngannou potentially stepping in there with Tyson Fury, which I like Terrence Crawford's answer. Francis Ngannou is not known for his boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's not a Frankie Edgar. You know what I'm saying? It's only so many fighters that has very solid boxing skills. Even Kamaru Usman, you know, he improved his boxing skills a little bit, you know. But Francis Ngannou is basically known for his power. And for Crawford to say 0, I think that's fitting. Because Francis Ngannou is going to find out real quick that he just can't come up there landing bombs on a big-ass behemoth like Tyson Fury.
Lastly, for your fight, do you think there's going to be a telltale sign where you sense that you break your opponent in the fight, or do you think you knock him out? How do you envision yourself getting your hand raised?
I just envision myself getting my hand rose, however it comes. Like I said, I don't ever go in there like, oh, yeah, I'm about to get this knockout. Or, yeah, I'm about to beat them all 12 rounds. Because a fight is a fight. But at the end of the day, my hand will be rose at the end of the day.
Terrence, right here, Ron Gerard, American Urban Radio Networks. It took so long to make this fight. Everyone anticipated it took so long. What do you think about, does it give an advantage to you or to Errol that it did take so long? Maybe 5 years ago, the outcome would be different?
I believe it's happening at the right time. All the belts is on the line. More to fight for. And what better way to have it than to have it for the undisputed welterweight title of the world. So when a lot of people saying, oh, well, this happened too late, or this should have happened 2 years ago. But who would have said 2 years would have been premature? And then what? Then what we would have had to be our dancing partner? Then what mega fight we would have had coming off of the fight with each other? So I feel like it's happening at the perfect time, and the perfect time is now.
Terrence Bud Crawford to go and get ready for his media workout. For the media members, make sure to remain in your. Members of our staff will come and get you.
Awesome Q&A. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that have experience, hit the like button. For those of you that has experienced the Q&A as media members and credential qualifiers, you know what I'm saying? Approvals. Salute to you, the frontline soldiers. Yes, I got to give a shout out to the frontline soldiers that you know, have been in that type of setting before, and you know the type of questions that are being posed to the fighters. You know what I'm saying? I think Terrence did an outstanding job with answering those questions. He pretty much has been asked repetitively some of the same questions, and it's going to get that way because it's only so much you can ask. You want to know how the fight is going to finish. You know how fighters finish, believe they're going to finish a fight. When a fighter gives you the answer that you want, yeah, that you can take that to print. You can take that to print right there. You know, because they said it, and depending on how they worded it, you can really, you know, inject your own little exaggeration or exacerbate it a little bit to make the article pop a little bit more. But with Crawford, he's not going to really give you that. He's just going to give you the basic response like, damn, I already been here so many times and you all asking me the same shit that, you know, I'm not going to say I'm going to go in there and knock him out. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we can go off is that Spence put it out there that he was going to break this man 3 different ways. So starting with whichever one he want to go with, whether it's physical, whether it's spiritually or mentally, he's going to have to prove it. I think that was the best part when if you want to fold a page on that interview, that was one of the best answers given, because they took Spence's word and asked him about that, and the champ gave a very solid, short answer and let the people, hey, I'm focused on next week. And then when they was asked about him showing up to Vegas 2 weeks ahead of time and him just come over here, you know, getting acclimated, for somebody who to take something that he did in Colorado Springs, right, and his workout to ask about his legs and all that, maybe that person just started. Maybe he was a stand-in. He was a last-minute replacement to the media team. You know what I'm saying? Because you never want a fighter to give the indication that, yeah, my knees are a little sore from running all those steps. Yeah, I had to put some liniment on there. And I heard if you take some tree bark and you get the right amount of sap, you know what I'm saying, and heat it up, and then add some freaking Epsom salt to it. Oh my God, what a home remedy. Unbelievable. I mean, that had absolutely nothing to do with anything, man. So it's good that they're pretty much done. Seriously, they pretty much done with the they're pretty much done with the media. Seriously. They pretty much done with the media. That's a good thing. Christopher White on deck. I see you, bro. In the building. They pretty much done. So next is Spence. He'll be here. He has to go through. Let's compare media scrums, workouts. Absolutely. I would do a reaction on arrows. If he has some good points in there, if he has some good moments, I'm gonna highlight the moments. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I give a 10 to Bomac's interview. You know what I'm saying? He just kept it funky. He gave Derrick James his credit, which I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard for me to think that Derrick James is gonna give him credit for anything. He's not that guy. You know, but he gave the man credit for you know, being in the position to get the award that he got. And also, he said it was an honor to be across the ring coaching against him, having a fighter that's in the same position, a championship fighter, going in there in a championship showcase to prove who's the better welterweight. He gave him his props, man. He gave him his kudos. I respect that. I respect that from him. Real talk. I respect it from Bomac. I respect it from Bomac. I respect Crawford for giving us a full-blown workout, man. I would have loved to be there and get some frames. To be honest with you, I thought about pulling up. I thought about going back to the Hornets' nest, and I said, no, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. I got in the last time. I wasn't gonna deal with that ratchet shit again, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go up there and try to get my work in. No, I'm good. I go the top rank, the flagship of promotions. I'm good. They let you work. Shit is smooth sailing. They let you go in there and get your media shit done. Showtime can tell you the same thing. When we on deck, we can just get our media shit done. No hiccups, no freaking how you put it, no micromanagement, none of that shit. You get to get your work, get in, get out. Get in, get out, bro. But we should do this again, of course. Appreciate y'all pulling up as always. Continue to turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. Support the channel. Please hit the like button on your way out the door. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned. Until next time, salute. Continue to support. I'm out.